The first time you start the application, by default, you will get a geological map of the state of Virginia. You can, of course, zoom in, zoom out, move around, and you can tap anywhere and get more information about what you're looking at. But that's just one of 26 layers that ship by default with the application. And of course, you can mix and match these layers. So, for instance, an interesting layer is the one called public lands, which shows what the state and federal government owns. So if I tap here, for instance, that would be owned by the Department of Defense, and that turns out to be the Quantico Marine Corps base. I can, of course, mix that, let's say, with the zip codes layer. And I'll probably have to zoom in to make a little more sense out of that. And now I can see the zip codes on top of the land that is owned by the federal government, in this case by the National Park Service. That's the Prince William Forest. Each layer can then in turn be made more or less transparent. So for instance, if I wanted to show the public lands on top of, let's say, the terrain, I can do that, and I can still see the terrain underneath the other layers. You hopefully get the picture. Now there are 26 layers by default, but there is an additional 14 as I'm saying this, and we keep adding additional layers as time goes by. There are also a number of tools to measure things like distance or an arbitrary area. You get within about 1 or 2%. It's actually more precise than you think. Things like connecting to the GPS and showing distances and latitude, longitude grid, and so on. There's quite a bit to this tool. It's really fun to play with, and we hope you're going to try it out.